Void Crew. Here we play the game. You wind up in the mission selection hallway here. The hub. Mitim is some sort of techno god that you all worship. It's some sort of techno cult. You choose a mission. We're going to choose one that's easy. Metim's finest there. Below this one. This is in the name of Metim, but the Metim's finest there is a somewhat easy one. So you get to choose what kind of mission you do based off of randomly generated whatever. Your character can also level up, so it's kind of roguelike. So some of that loot stuff there involves enhancing your character for future missions. But first, before I can go to the mission, instead of spawning in a destroyer, we gotta spawn in a frigate because that's designed for fewer players. The destroyer is a pretty big ship. Nice ship though. So there's the ship that we'll be using. We all sit in these chairs and we get silver wired. Some sort of neural strand that downloads us into this ship. Now we pick up the brains of the ship out of this tube for whatever reason. It's a homunculus. It looks like a baby in a jar.
Insert me in the central computer.
Toss it in there. Turn the ship on. Next thing we'll do is turn on life support, which is downstairs. There it is. There's O2. Need that good air. This is the engine room here. This is how we charge the void drive. All those knobs and levers everywhere are for repairs. There's these little arrow button mini games for things like enhancements.
Please be seated to avoid
This is
involuntary
for
injection.
charging the boosts, like when you hit shift while driving, gives you a turbo of temporary speed. So you have to manually enable those. And here's the turrets. That's the left side of the ship. You can look around, shoot, stuff like that. It's the most basic gun. There's one on the opposite side,
Thruster boost
right
fully
there.
charged.
That's the airlock. You open it,
Airlock open.
you have to close it, put on a jetpack, toggle the pressure, and then you can open up the ladder. You can turn off the safety and do some stupid shit, I'm sure.
F-type has left the
But
ship.
yeah, you can get around the ship, fix exterior hull damage, things like that. The tutorial mission covers a lot of various things that you need to do. Close the door, flip the airlock. Oh no, I forgot to take the jetpack off. Let's put that back. There we go. This is the map room. It's got a bunch of seats so people can sit down. They don't get splattered in the paste.
Void jump target locked.
That is, you will get splattered in the paste if you're not sitting when you engage. So there's the power to the engines. So we already charged the void drive earlier with that one knob. And I just used one of the boosts. They look like the fire icons. I first thought that meant the ship was on fire, but no. It means a boost.
3,
And here's a void jump.
1.
And announcing the exit too.
2, 1.
The hollows are closing in on a cluster of transport.
So you got two guys manning the guns and one guy running around doing repairs and one guy flying the ship. You know, you could do that.
While they spool their drives.
You can also add extra subsystems to the ship as you go through the more difficult missions.
When this happens,
But this is a really
the
basic
hollow will know where we are.
one-stop hop. Anyway, there's a group of ships down there. I skipped forward in time now. We're approaching the group of ships. So we're gonna escort these guys. Now I can't fly and shoot at the same time, so this is where it's going to be tricky demonstrating.
Drives are disrupted by gravitational anomalies.
But you'll see I actually
We
succeed
need you to
nicely.
assort us to these coordinates before we begin the jump sequence.
So they're all turning and
The Metum ships are
jumping to
changing
some
their
place.
jump points. We must move to keep up with them.
This mission's actually really easy. I did it with my friend earlier. So,
Anomalous jump
haven't tried it by
signature
myself
detected.
until now, but it does work out. So, waves of fighters or bombers spawn in this mission. And then there's a ship that if you stay too long in any mission, called the Cleaner, will show up, and I guess it will wreck you. So you gotta turn on your gun before you sit in it, and if you're staying too close to it, you can't get in. How about that? There's the fighters. You can upgrade your character throughout the course of the game, your career, to be better at certain things. Whether it's repairing, going on EVAs, flight suit, whatever, flying or gunning. These guns build up heat, as you can see in the blue gauge just below the targeting area. And they also get more inaccurate the longer you burst fire them. Now what am I looking for? Ah, yes, new enemy. That's a
Prioritize
bomber.
destroying the hollow bombers. Their destructive potential is immense.
Yes. This one's gonna get away from me. I'm gonna have to fly to catch up with it. At least that gun's on the top of the ship, not the bottom, so I can't see it at any rate. Thankfully, my cohorts also have missiles and do a significant amount of damage to it. As you can see, the stars flying up there, I'm actually going down,
Anomalous jump signature detected.
so I can get a better view of them. Now, where's this anomalous jump signature? It's behind us. And it's fighters. They're a little bit far away, but they will come into our field of view as they try to catch up. Yes, they are within the 1 kilometer max range of this weapon. And of course, nobody's driving, so there's no one to dodge. Their pink weapons have no leading. They don't lock on, they're just dumbfire, so... Or exploding.
Jump signature detected.
Now it's time to go catch up with my ships, I believe. There's another bomber warping in there. Yeah, it says Reclaimer Arrival on the right side of the screen there. So our guys get out of here in 1 minute, and the Reclaimer arrives in 12 minutes, which is mission over, I guess. Well, even if he arrives, it's not necessarily mission over until he gets you, but I hear it's a one-shot kill. Makes you wonder why they don't just send more Reclaimers if they really want to dominate. I take no damage, so I can't really show off any repairs being done in this demo. There are certain vital spots that if you hit it will do more damage to the ship than others. There are other guns you can get. This is the most basic one that everyone has for free.
Our void drives are spooled. We are away. Metum preserve you, Ectype.
Now, it means we can get out of here too, so I'm going to spoil our void drive. So you see that panel right there? The ones with the dashes and the dots? It was to our left here. Well, that one flags systems as you take damage, you get
Anomalous
inefficiencies
jump
in the
signature
system, and
detected.
whenever you do, you have to flip levers or turn knobs, like shut off valves or whatnot, to
Void jump
get
target
around that.
locked.
There's also damage that just disables systems and whatnot. We have an enemy incoming there. More fighters. Not even gonna fret about it. Just waiting for our void drive to charge.
Please be seated to avoid involuntary ejection.
Come on, you can do this.
3, 2,
There we go.
1.
And that's the end of the mission. There's often little things you can explore in the system also.
1.
You can EVA, grab pickups and power-ups and such. At the end, you get to poke through the spoils.